Civil Engineer Technical Interview Questions. Interview for RE, Resident Engineer, and Civil Engineer by MOT, asked every times. Part 2. Q11 What is scope of work required under the item unclassified excavation mentioned in general specifications? ANS, in unclassified excavation cut is separate and embankment fill is separate item will be paid. Classified excavation is the excavation material will be reused for the formation of embankment. Q12 If contractor procure or bring material from crusher plant or quarries and stock store at site and he claims for payment of these materials while you are preparing monthly IPC, will you pay him against stored material? If yes, then how? Explain and tell the percentage. ANS, see question no 07. 07. Q13 If sandstorm or rain is coming and contractor wants to do the asphalt, will you allow him if his 15 dump trucks with asphalt mix are standing at site? How you will find the solution? ANS, bituminous material for prime coat, tack coat and fog seal shall not be applied to any surface until the air and surface temperatures are at least 15 C and rising or shall not be executed during rain, dust, or sandstorms. Q14 What is sand equivalent? If after improvement and adjustment in ABC material the sand equivalent remains low or fail, then what solution you will suggest? And what is the maximum value of hydrometer? ANS, this test is a rapid field test to indicate the presence or absence of detrimental fine dust or clay-like material in soils or aggregate. We can improve sand equivalent by adding more crusher sand passing from sieve number 4. If above adjustment cannot be make the improvement, then hydrometer test will be applied. If difference is less than 5%, it will be accept. More than 5%, then the material will be rejected. Reading of hydrometer min 0.995 and max 1.030. Length of hydrometer is 350 mm. Calibration G/ml at 20 degrees C. Q15 What is the effect of leaching by water on concrete? ANS, in the process of cement, hydration, and soluble calcium hydroxide is formed. The leakage of water through cracks or joints or pores concrete may carry the calcium hydroxide in solution through the concrete structure. The reaction B/W, the calcium hydroxide and carbon dioxide will cause precipitation of calcium carbonate in the surface will form of a white deposits, that over a long period of time it will cause disintegration. Q16 What are the required tests for fresh concrete? ANS, 1. Yield test. 2. Air content. 3. Cement content. 4. Slum test and 5. Temperature. Q17 Why the concrete cylinders are crushed after 7 days, not for other days? ANS, cylinders are crushed after 7 days, to determine the strength gain or development of concrete. Results should not be less than 75% of the specified strength at 28 days. Then it is tested after 28 days because this is the estimated 100% strength development of the concrete. Q18 How you will check riding quality of road? ANS, by International Roughness Index, IRI, machine in meters per kilometer with selectable length, operating speed is 0.4 m/s typical. There will be no jump when car speed is high. By straight edge, we can obtain riding quality by good leveling and smooth compaction of asphalt by steel roller and continuous operation of asphalt paving. Q19 Who will receive the requests from the contractor? ANS, civil engineer has to receive the requests from contractor's representative. Q20 How will you control the works of the contractor if it is in progress? ANS according to the following things. 1. Drawings. 2. Special specifications. 3. BOQ and 4. General specifications. Q. 21. How you and your site inspector will know that there will be work tomorrow. ANS. The contractor has to submit request 24 hours before the checking. Q. 22. How you will construct and check settlement of foundation footing, there one is in rocks and other is in soil. ANS. In rocks, by taking cores. And in soil by standard penetration test, SPT. Q. 23. What is SPT? ANS. This is the test which is carried out to know the bearing capacity of the soil. This is usually done on the foundation of bridges and huge buildings. Q. 24. If you are acting what is the main point you will check in the asphalt and concrete mix design, if your submitted to you for your correction and remarks for approval to MOC? ANS. In concrete mix design, we have to check these things before submitting to MOT for approval. 1. All tests should be carried out and results are satisfactory as per MOT specifications. 2. Compressive strength should be satisfactory at 7 and 28 days. 3. Cement factor is greater than or equal to than minimum required by MOT. 4. Water cement ratio is within the range. 5. Slump of approved trial should be workable and within specification range. 6. If admixture is added then it will approve and within the range doses. 7. Wet mix is homogeneous and not segregated. For asphalt mix design. 1. All tests should be carried out and results are satisfactory as per MOT specifications. 2. Stability is higher than required. 3. Air voids, VMA, voids in mineral, and VF, voids in filler, should be within the range. 4. Mix is homogeneous and not segregated. 5. Bitumen percent should be within the range. Q. 25. What is the purpose of curing concrete and when you will cure the concrete? ANS. A. To maintain moist environment and to prevent escape of mixing water required for hydration processes and helps in the development of strength. B. To prevent cracks. C. To increase strength. Concrete will start to cure right after the final placement of concrete mix, when the water sheen or mixing water just begun to disappear. Q. 26. What are the types of curing, what is membrane curing and what is the rate of application? ANS. Types of curing are the follows. A. Water curing. B. Membrane curing. C. Steam curing method. D. Cold weather curing method. Rate of application of curing membrane 1 liter/5 square meters, if applied by hand spray. 1 liter/3 square meters, if mechanically applied. Q. 27. How you will make report? ANS. By surmising all the daily activities. Q. 28. How you will check for preparation of foundation for embankment? ANS. Before the foundation is prepared to receive the embankment. The surface upon which the embankment is to be placed shall be scarified to a minimum depth of 20 cms, brought to a uniform moisture content within the specified limits, and compacted to the density specified for the overlying embankment. Q. 29. Which type of material is suitable for embankment? ANS. A5 or better than it, CBR minimum 3%. Q. 30. Which type of material is suitable for subgrade? ANS, A1A, A1B and A2-4. Part 3 coming. Like, subscribe and share.